Today is Wednesday, June 25th, and this is your forecast for the central United States. And we are starting to see that heat ease up a little bit in parts of the Midwest, especially out toward the Northeast, but it's still very hot for a lot of us here through the middle part of the country. Let's start off by taking a look at that map across the United States, and where you see the word hot, that is the center of high pressure. We know the circulation around that is clockwise, so we have the hot air just sort of sitting here in a dome over much of the middle of the country. Of course, the cold front is the other side, where we have some slightly cooler temperatures and even some slightly lower humidity levels. But this cold front is basically sort of going to pivot right over the Midwest, and the only folks that really get some relief is going to be in the Northeast. It actually gets hotter and more humid again in the next couple of days here across the Midwest. So here's a look at the highs today. Low 80s for Grand Rapids and Detroit, with that front nearby that could be a passing shower or thunderstorm. 82 in Cleveland today, right around 80 in Chicago, 88 though over there in Des Moines. Again, the front's there, so south of that front it is still very much very hot and humid. 95 for you in Cincinnati, 96 in Louisville, not too far from 100 degrees with some thunderstorms popping up in the afternoon for Nashville, and 96 for both Memphis and St. Louis. In the Midwest, we're going to see those hot temperatures building again. So perhaps by Friday, we're up near 90 in Detroit, only to fall back a little bit here on Saturday, and then watch those temperatures go up again Sunday and Monday. I mean, summer has really come around after, of course, the official solstice last weekend. It seems like it's just been on. As we look at our forecast for Chicago, 91 tomorrow, still in the upper 80s for Friday and Saturday, and then when we may hit 90 again on Sunday. The high today, that's the temperature in Washington, D.C., could be 101. 100 today in Charlotte, 97 in Wilmington, 90s for Charleston, Savannah, Atlanta, New Orleans, Dallas, Tampa. I mean, it is in the 90s just about everywhere, and maybe the only exception is if you're on the beach, where highs will be in the upper 80s, and that includes Key West, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, upper 80s to near 90. So after being near the century mark today in Charlotte, we'll come down just a smidge into the low and mid 90s for the rest of the week into the weekend, and then maybe coming down a little bit more than that into the upper 80s by early next week. In Fort Lauderdale, it's a bit breezy today. That certainly helps things out, but a few thunderstorms will likely pop up this afternoon. Those will be heavy rainmakers and not moving very quickly, so just be ready for that. You keep an eye on the sky. You know how it is here in Florida. You can't cancel your plans because of a forecast like that, but you definitely have to be ready for it in case you get caught under one of those. Drying out later on this evening as our temperatures settle back into the low 80s. We'll peak in the mid and upper 80s over the next several days. Looks like probably right through the end of the 7-day forecast. All right, that is your Wednesday morning weather update. I hope everyone has a terrific rest of the week. And remember that as long as you want there to be, there will always be a 100% chance of good things.